do you think that there will be farms that will have to be sold over this? Businesses that will go under, farming businesses?
Well, they have to find money somewhere, and the selling a part of your farm is a very difficult thing when you've been planning to either sell it to the next generation or use it to crystallise the asset at a later date. But to have to sell it to pay the tax is an absurdity, and it's the principle too that we're really upset about. If the principle is that you have to pay a tax when you've got no capacity to pay, just because the paper value is increased, not because the capacity of the land has changed or you've got the ability to gain money out of it, but still hold on to the asset. The principle of paying for unrealised gains is just absurd. And to make it even worse, we're hearing schedules that, first of all, this $3 million won't be indexed, so that block of land will increase in value over time, meaning that the amount of people that were going to get caught by this legislation will be increased. And then secondly, once again, the sale of that land will have to occur to pay for it, especially in these dry years. But has anybody who's astute and been following, the Treasurer has given the Prime Minister an exemption to this exact rule for any politician that already has a fund won't be caught up by this. And it's a double standard. It's an absurd rule, and quite frankly, it's something that should never get past the Senate, which last time when it was presented, the crossbenchers did join together and defeat this bill, and we're once again calling on the Greens and all those crossbenchers and the coalition to chuck this out.
I completely understand how perplexed you are about the fact that, because I've been feeling this and we've been reporting on it this week and a couple of weeks ago, and even during the election campaign as well, the whole idea of taxing an unrealised capital gain. And now, as you're warning, entire generations of farming families and businesses could be discontinued as a result of this if people have to sell their farms to meet a tax liability when their actual farm value hasn't changed. It's only on paper. David, there's also the question of valuation. I mean, we've got a minute and a half left, but the question of valuation. I mean, who's going to come around and value property at a higher rate and then say, well, you'll have to pay a higher tax on this?
Valuation, and even the mere fact that if the valuation goes down, just play out the other scenario, you won't get paid in cash. You might get a credit against a future liability, but you've had to pay the tax department when it's increased, but you don't get paid on the decrease. Like these are some of the absurdities. And so who will look after the valuation? Who then administers or helps navigate those on the fringe who are approaching the $3 million for their succession planning needs? And then even as a legitimate tool for succession planning, that's been taken away from the options. Once again, it's not that we don't want to pay tax, it's just when that tax is applied and how it can be made fairer. And taxation should be about productivity. It should be building a nation, not penalising the people who've worked hard all their farming or even working careers.
100%. Couldn't agree with you more. I just want to get your quick response, very quick response. Ross Giddens in the Sydney Morning Herald today said, this is just rich old white men complaining about having to pay this tax. What's your response to that?
Obviously, as they say, the pen is a mighty easy plough when your desk's 1,000 miles away from the reality. Your asset doesn't equal your income in agriculture. You need the block of land. It's your tool of your trade. It's your spanner for your mechanic. You need it. You can't do without it.
Well said. Thank you for speaking up. We'll keep fighting. And that's all we've got time for today.